still got something to prove. Let's go! All I do, work like I still got something to prove.
I haven't even said a line yet.
What's going on?
Just resting my back. Everything hurts on my body. Everything hurts on my body.
I don't think this is how we're supposed to start leg day.
Guys, are you ready for leg day? And it's just me like, ah! Oh, we're still gonna do it, you know? But just having a lot of stiffness, but I can't train shoulders, just did shoulders, can't train back, just did back. Everything's sore on my upper body. I'm due for, my legs feel fine, it's just my back. Everything's tight, tight, tight. So we're gonna try to limit a lot of the hinging. I have to do an RDL though. Will be doing an RDL. But yeah, hamstring and glute day, which ends up and is a lot more lower back than probably like quad day, but we're still gonna get it done. So follow along, because it's still gonna be good. Still gonna be harder than any other fitness celebrity person out there. I feel 40, maybe older.
You don't look a day over 39.
Wow, thanks, bud. Appreciate it. All right, I have a great little superset to isolate both parts of our glutes. So you have two major parts to your booty. You got your gluteus maximus, which is the big meaty part of your glutes. And then you also have your gluteus medius, which is basically that shelf that every girl's kind of trying to work for. So you got two variations of a cable kickback to really isolate both parts of your glutes. So the first one to hit our maximus, the big meaty part, you're gonna be facing the cable and you're just gonna be kicking with your one leg going straight back. As you get to the top, I squeeze my butt and then really go slow on the way back down. So this straight back kickback is gonna target your maximus. And then to switch it up and target that shelf and build up that shelf and really isolate that, you're gonna square your body up so you're sideways with the cable. This foot is gonna start behind you, so have your right leg or whatever non-working leg out in front of you. And you're gonna be, instead of kicking straight back, we're gonna be going up and back at an angle. So you can tell and you can feel it. So a lot of times you'll see me just like holding on so I can really feel what muscle is working. So this is gonna work that top shelf part. And on each rep, just hold for 1 second and slow on the way back down. So build up your butt with those two movements.
Devils on the TV, looking greedy and greasy, confusing the needy. It sparks before it blows.
Mac, did you see Drake's?
What? What?
Did you see his?
What the fuck? Where would I see that?
On the internet?
No, I'm not.
It got leaked. Got leaked on the internet.
No, I'm good. Did you guys see it?
I saw it.
I actually didn't see it. I didn't care enough to go find it. Yeah, obviously Rob cared enough to go look at Drake's dick. All right, speaking to the mic, please. Hold on.
Well, I don't.
Synopsis, because me as a female, I didn't actually go and search because I didn't care enough, but I bet you most out of men and women, I bet you more men went to go search and find his
I put on my
dick.
private browser and I typed in Drake's penis. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
So the problem is I saw someone post that it was like the biggest.
Was it the snake?
They're like the biggest, like something they've ever seen. And I saw it and I was like, I feel like it's a normal size.
Maybe to other people, it might not be.
But that was my feedback. Was like, yeah, I mean that's what I expected Drake to look like. Right?
I didn't look. I didn't care. Sorry, Drake. Don't really care about your dick.
I don't even know how to use the internet.
I'm really good at Google searching.
Listen, I don't want my normal browser
To be dicks.
I don't know much about a private browser, but I feel like if you click private browser, you can just look at whatever you want.
I feel like it's just like another section.
Do you know?
Well, you left the computer on cockgobblers.com.
That's where I get my weather.
I get my weather there too. Who would have thought? Back to business. Now that we got some isolation, I wanted to go right into one of my favorite exercises for glutes, which is compound movement. When a lot of people probably don't think of a hip thrust as a compound movement. Compound movement is just when there's more than one muscle working. There we were isolating literally just our glutes here, hamstrings, quads, even back are gonna be involved with this. So we're also adding a band, which the whole purpose of adding a hip band is it's gonna push your knees together. So what do you have to do? You have to kick your knees out, which, what does that do? Hits your glutes a little bit more. The outside and even that medius that we were sort of talking about earlier with the other. So as we're going, this is gonna try to push you in. You have to counterbalance, you gotta push back out. So concentrating on glutes a little bit more. And we're also gonna be hip thrusting. We're gonna go 12, 10, 8, 8. And then afterwards, so once we get like whatever our number is, so anywhere between 8 to 12, we're also gonna add some partials. You're just gonna do those to failure, aim for at least 5 little partials, and you're just gonna stay at the top and pulse at the top. Then you're gonna drop that, and since we already still have our band on, I'm gonna stay right here, and you're just going to do abductions. So get in you can do this from the ground, from the floor, so just get in a hip bridge, and you're just going to try to get those knees as far out as you possibly can, which again is gonna engage that glute medius, the shelf part. And we're gonna go anywhere from 15 to 20 for those. This is what you should look like afterwards. Ow, that's a lot. We can add just a little bit. I'll come up with 3 people I enjoy following. Content-wise, I'm not calling them influencers because I think the first guy would be so angry that I would even call him an influencer. Ryan Humston, I don't know if I say your name. Ryan Humston, he has a fantastic YouTube, so if you don't follow him, he's on Instagram too, but his videos are only like 5 minutes long, full workouts. He's hilarious, very dry humor, and I like that. He's probably like my top person that I go to and I like actually seek out to go view his content. Another good one, female-wise, Claire Thompson. She's like a first form athlete, but I like her content because she also gives like full workouts. Because I feel like a lot of Instagram is like, it just gets weird. So I like people that add value to not only other people's lives, but also my life. It gives me ideas, workout tips and whatnot, to see what they're doing. She's great. And I don't know, my bestie, Kristen Nunn. I think her content's just funny. She goes, one, she's really crazy to look at. Like, the funny thing is seeing her pictures online, she looks like she's, 5'10", like 290, not 190, but she's my size. She's a tiny, I'm taller than her. We're like, yeah, I'm bigger than her. She's a tiny little pint size. So seeing her photos is super cool. She just looks like a freak, but I like her edge that she puts to it. She just goes after like all the weird comments and posts them. So just kind of dry humor, how to take negative stuff and then just kind of make fun of it. Because that's sort of, at the end of the day, it's like, we're putting ourselves out there. Kristen's putting herself out there. You know, she's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. So it's nice to see someone, you know, point out all the rude comments that she gets, aggressive comments that she gets, and you know, it doesn't affect her at all. So it just, the internet doesn't matter. Internet doesn't matter at all. Anyone that says anything on the internet, if you say anything negative on the internet, I automatically think you're a fucking loser. This has been my new favorite little superset that I've been doing for hamstrings, glutes, and obviously just legs in general. We're using a belt squat and obviously not using the belt. We're adding a handle attachment instead. Now, the reason I have been liking this a little bit more than that, say like a dumbbell variation or barbell variation, because when I'm standing, the weight is out in front of me. So what that does is it's gonna pull my torso down, which then I can sit back on my glutes and my hamstrings and sit down on those heels, because that's what you wanna be digging in. So my heels are dug in and I can really let my butt go back, because this is gonna bring me forward, which, you know, when you lean forward, what does your butt do? You hinge. So having your chest go forward, you automatically are going into that perfect little RDL position. So we're starting off with an RDL using any kind of handle. You can use a straight bar. This is just the one I grabbed. If you want to keep them wider, you can. I'm gonna do just like a normal shoulder width stance. Toes will be slightly pointed out. And as you can see, like the weight is like a nice foot in front of me. So automatically we're going to hinge, let that butt go really far back, and then sit on those, sit on your heels. Can't think of words today. Here we are. So as the weight goes down, it's going to bring you forward, and I want you to drive that butt back as far as you can. And then on the way up, squeeze it. Let it go back, keeping a nice neutral spine, and up. So we'll do anywhere, let's do like 10 to 12 for that. And then we're going to go into a sumo stance. Again, same thing. And why I'm starting to like this even better than like the belt squat version. If I had the belt squat, the belt is pulling me basically straight up and straight down. Because I have the handle, it's doing the same thing. So it's kind of pulling my chest downward, bringing your torso down. So what do? You get your butt back. So let your butt go back, and then you're just doing sumo stance squat from here. This is nice because normally, like, I can't sit back on my hamstrings as much, but here I can feel it all in the posterior of my leg and not as much in my quads, because it's pulling me forward and I'm able to sit down on my butt. The reverse hack, but I don't want to go super heavy because we're the end of the workout. My lower back, it was already blown up at the beginning, so I don't want to blow it up anymore. So what I'm going to do, and what I do a lot of times, is I'll add like hamstring curls in or RDLs in right before I get to something like a squat, or in this case, we're going to do reverse squat. That way, you're already pre-exhausting. So when I get to this, you know, your body doesn't actually, your muscles don't actually know weight. They know tension. So if I can bring a lot of tension to my muscles without putting on a whole lot of weight, your muscles don't know the difference. They can't see. They got no eyes. Science. Muscles don't have eyes. but for real, your muscle has no idea. So if I can kind of trick it, your muscle will grow with tension. They can only feel it. They have to go based on feeling because they have no eyeballs. That's the tip of the day, guys. Muscles don't have eyeballs. Only your face does. We made it. We made it. Oh. I need